Hey everyone, me Kevin here. I signed up all 7 of my children for Trump accounts, and as the CEO of an over 9-figure company, you might be wondering, Kevin, why? Well, in this video, I'm gonna break down exactly why. We'll do it in a noob concept versus pro concept format, so that way we can see those takeaways really easily. Just keep in mind, there's a lot of skepticism about these Trump accounts because they have a political label attached to them. So I'm hearing sort of Democrats are like, oh, well, Democrats are just gonna kill the Trump program anyway, it doesn't matter. I don't think so, and let me just start there and diffuse this. First of all, a lot of people are signing up for these even though their children do not qualify for the bonus $1,000. None of my 7 children qualify for the bonus $1,000. Not born during the Trump administration, whatever. I guess we missed the deadline. Born a little too early. Oh well, ovarian lottery, didn't win it in the case of the Trump account. But the point is, 6 million children have already signed up in the initial week of the Trump account program, and only 1.4 million of those actually qualify for the extra 1,000. So obviously a lot of people see there's a reason or rationale to sign up here, more so than just that extra $1,000. Especially since families have already contributed over $50 million. I expect that'll grow substantially over time. I actually haven't even contributed yet for these accounts. I'm still working on setting everything up perfectly, but the account's already open, so ready to wire it on over. So here's how it works and my thought on answering the Democrat concern question first. Won't the next administration just kill this? I don't think so. I don't actually think politicians like to rug pull tax benefit programs like this, especially when they have to do with children. Not saying it won't happen or can't happen, but I know that Ivanka Trump pushed the doubling of the child tax credit back in the first T1 administration, and Democrats kept that and briefly actually extended it to $3,600 in 2021. So the family money programs, especially more complicated ones like a tax program like this that also has a lot of public support, like market support, these usually stick around. Greater concern is a lot of people invest into the S&P 500 index fund that your Trump account money actually gets funneled into. And then there's some big great recession. And then, for 3 years, people are like, ha, losers down 40%. And you're talking about a newborn. Welcome to capitalism. But I really want to start with kind of the big takeaway. So that's kind of just laying some quick foundations. Big takeaway number 1 here, frankly, the greatest noob take that I've seen is people just saying, hey, just go fund everything with your personal after-tax account. I think that's a noob take. You paid taxes, you have it in your savings account, you pay it. I think there is a serious opportunity to sit down and think about how you can run this through a side hustle that you have. I personally believe that everybody should have a side hustle so they could write off things they might not be able to write off otherwise. If you have a side hustle, you're able to now write off things like portion of your home, portion of your utilities, your phone, part of your car, your laptop, anything necessary and ordinary for your business, or like, work uniform, right? So the point here is if you have a business, the pro take, especially if you have an S Corp, the pro take is you're going to contribute up to $2,500 per employee and or child. I'll explain that in just a moment. Pre-tax, which means you get a tax write-off for doing it. The company writes it off, and that could be contributed to the child's Trump account. So let's explain that a little clearly here, and then we'll make a bottom line out of it because it's a pretty big point. All right, so let's say mom, dad, and 2 children work for this S corporation, whatever the side hustle is, marketing company, whatever it is, all right? We'll take this dirty whiteboard here. Mom gets to contribute $2,500 to her children. Because she is an employee, she gets to contribute $2,500. Now, it's technically the company that's contributing it. The company is taking the write-off, so it's the company's contribution. But mommy can dictate who gets the money. Can daddy get it? No, daddy can't get it. The children can get it. Okay, well, which child gets it? Whichever child you like more. It could be all $2,500 could go to kid 1, all could go to kid 2. You could split it 50-50. You could do really whatever you want. You can allocate that $2,500, and that is a company contribution that you allocate. Now, daddy working for that company can do the same thing, which means the parents can contribute a combined $5,000 in this scenario to all of kid 1, all of kid 2, 60% to 1, 40% to 1, whatever you want, whatever combination you want, that money can go to these children into their Trump accounts. Okay, cool. But now let's say these children are also employees of the business. Well, remember how I said and or earlier? You are an employee and or child who's also an employee, right? So let's make that a little clearer. If you're a child who's an employee, you can do $2,500 contribution from the company. If you are a parent and you are an employee of a business, that business can do a $2,500 contribution to that child, right? A child can contribute to their own employee account. A mom or dad can contribute to whatever children they want in whatever allocation they want. So in this example, to keep it simple, let's say kid 1 gets that $2,500 contribution from the business. They allocate to their own Trump account. Same thing for kid 2. In this example, a business like an S corporation that would have ordinarily taken $10,000 in income and sent it off as distributions, and